What's going on, y'all? We're back with another LBP Primetime Interview. And this is MegaWinfrey. MegaWinfrey, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, little buck?
Nada. Can you believe we're doing this again?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I screwed up. We did this right, literally 5 minutes after I finished Ironhead's interview. I did his interview. And a week later, I went back to try and, edit it all out. And I got one side of the video. The other side, I think I deleted it when I was out shooting, doing the, blowing them teddy bears and shit up. But anyways, we're back. We're doing it again. And how things been going for you, brother?
Good, good.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
MegaWinfrey. I know my channel says I've been on there for like a year and a half or something, but I've really only been like into the whole YouTube thing for about a year now. I'm pretty close to my 1 year mark.
Right on. I'm about there too. I first originally signed up as Lowbuck Prepper like December of 2010, but my first video didn't come up until the 19th of this month. So
okay. I'm
right there with you. 1 year.
Yeah.
But for those of you that don't know him, and I'll discuss this a little bit later on, you need to check him out. He's got a lot of great videos. And we're going to talk a little bit about a couple of his videos. I've been following him for a while. He's a good guy. You're coming to Purpose Talk, right?
Yes, I am, definitely.
First weekend?
First weekend, yep.
Nice.
I'll be there probably first thing on the 2nd.
Nice.
Right in the afternoon.
Nice.
So.
Right on, right on. So, what got you started on YouTube as far as making videos?
Well, like originally, what basically had happened was I started like goofing off, looking at zombies and stuff like that, zombie videos, and that kind of got me over to like Desarty, and then from Desarty it kind of went to ECP and you and a few other of the bigger channels. And then, I went from there, and I figured, because I grew up in Alabama, so a lot of the stuff that I do now,
sorry.
a lot of the stuff that I do now, I grew up doing. I just, didn't really think there was a need to continue doing. And then, the thing happened over in Japan, the earthquake. My wife's Japanese, so that kind of kicked everything into gear, really.
Now, is she over there, or did she travel over there, or what?
I know she's here in San Diego with me. All her family was over there, and they were fine, but it was kind of like a scare, a scare thing, especially realizing I'm out here in San Diego, the San Andreas Faults. It could happen here as well.
Yeah. So. Hold on one second. What, baby? We're getting interrupted.
The timer went off.
Then turn off the still.
Okay.
Thank you. Timer went off.
Hell yeah.
I got this still going. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, man.
But yeah, it was like all at the same time, like the Japan thing, and just realizing that I wouldn't say I was really, really awake until like I was really doing this for a few months afterwards. Like even when I started and thought I was awake, I really wasn't awake, as far as the whole spectrum where I feel like I am now, politically and, as far as, the world, what's going on in the world type awake,
I got you.
It kind of started off with natural disasters and then, went on from, holy shit, it could be like a EMP or something.
Watch the fucking language. Alright, we've got fucking standards here.
Okay.
If you guys hear that noise in the background, his laptop, unfortunately, is getting ready to go through the same syndrome my laptop went through. That's his fan. It's getting ready to die. I know that sound very well.
Yeah.
Anyways, so when you got on the YouTube, what made you decide to start actually making videos?
It was just like, I just felt like that I wanted to get in there. It's kind of like some people are in love with sports, you know. They kind of, they reminisce about, you know, hey, I can do that, or I can still do that, or whatever it may be, you know. I just kind of felt like, well, hey, I want to get in there with these guys and, you know, show what I know, you know.
There you go. Okay. Right on. All right, let's go off topic a little bit. I watched, now I've been watching your videos a long time. I've been subbed to you for a while. But, you know, when you have a lot of subscribers, or I mean, people that you subscribe to, sometimes that update list gets, you know, you miss a lot of videos, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So, and I'm actually kind of glad that I screwed up the last one, because I was able to go back and see a few videos of yours that I hadn't seen. I dig your dog, man.
Yeah.
Humping away at that pillow.
Yeah, he's a mess.
That rocks, man. That rocks.
Yeah, he's a mess.
But a subject I want to touch on. First off, this guy's a major knife thrower. He's awesome. I mean, throwing kitchen knives, folding knives, just any knife he has, he's throwing it, and he's sticking them. And he shows when his fails. He brought the kitchen knife out in one video, and I think the first 2 shots didn't stick, but then you get your shit figured out because you know how to do it. This guy, thank God we're not having a knife throwing contest at Prepper Stock. But bring your shit. Maybe you can, you know, teach some of us some stuff, you know?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. The home defense rounds you talked about on the shotgun. That's one I wanted to talk to you about, because I kind of agree and disagree, but yet I live in a different state. So, not state of mind, different physical state.
Right. Right.
In California, I mean, I've heard horror stories of, you know, people.
I think
right,
I'm
man.
losing you on the sound.
No, I can still hear you. It's fine. It's your fans going off a little bit, but it's all good.
Okay.
California's just freaking psycho, man. A burglar or a home invasion guy, if he gets hurt in the process, or they're breaking into your house and he cuts his arm on the glass that he breaks, can sue you. It's crazy. It's insane. Where here, if I see you trying to break into my truck and I shoot you, it's fine, you know, because I have firearms in my truck, or I might, or I will by the time the cops get there. But let's discuss that. You talk about the different rounds on the shotgun, from bird shot to double-aught to actual personal defense rounds, and the reason behind that, and how people stagger them. You also mentioned, I apologize about that sound in the background, guys. We're just going to have to deal with it. We'll get through it. As Go Hollow says, we will get through this. I want to touch base first off on, in the beginning of that video, you say that you put a hollow point for your carry gun. Now in California, I doubt you actually carry every day, everywhere you go. No, you can't.
Definitely.
See, for me, you know, being in Arizona and anywhere that you guys can have a concealed weapon, you said you have a hollow point, your defensive round is your first one, that's in the tube, and then you got a full metal behind that.
Yep.
Now, to me, looking at it from a living in the city type situation, if I'm ever going to have to pull my gun, it's going to be in a situation probably in public where other people are as well.
Right.
And the last thing I want in there is a full metal.
Right.
So, explain why you want to have... I mean, if you watch the video, he kind of explains it, but think about if... Because even that full metal, I don't know what kind of dwelling you live in or, you know, whatever, but take it from there.
All right, so basically, like you said, I live in an area where I can't carry every day. So as far as me walking around the streets, I agree with you. You definitely want to have a very controlled shot, okay? Especially if you're EDC. And so in an EDC situation, out in town, something like that, yeah, definitely. Full metal jacket is a bad idea. Now, in a condo where I'm at, it's definitely dangerous too because you can shoot through the walls, you can end up hitting your neighbor, and things like that, accidentally shoot your family members in other sides of the room if you have multiple rooms.
Right.
But in my situation, and a lot of people's situation in a country setup too, in my situation, you know what, realistically, I hate to say it like this, but if I shoot through the walls and I hit my neighbor, I mean, that sucks. But that's not going to be running through my mind in a situation where I'm pulling my gun, you know? It's not going to be running through my mind. Now, it should run through my mind beforehand.
Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted to get to right there because it might not, you know, in that mode when you're protecting you and yours, yeah, you're just putting the rounds out, trying to take care of business.
Right.
But still, in the end result, if you've got that full metal jacket that goes right through the wall into your neighbor, then you're still going to jail.
Right.
You know, and I refuse to carry anything but the best hollow points I can, because I don't know if I could live with myself killing an innocent person, even in the process of protecting my family.
Right.
You know.
And one of the things that I know is that, like I said, it's staggered in my 9. I mean, I could go pull out my 9 right now. It's staggered in my 9 every other. And with it staggered every other, I know that my second shot is going through the wall. My first shot is hitting them with a hollow point. The hollow point's going to spread. Now, if that doesn't stop them, okay, if they keep
or
coming,
if you miss.
Right. Or if I miss, the second shot is got to be a full metal jacket. If they duck, more than likely they're going to duck after the first shot if I give them time. Even if I don't, I know that next round is, and I know I'm probably going to be hitting them while they're down. They're not going to, even if I hit them with a full metal jack or with the hollow point, right? Hit them, they're gonna curl, they're gonna duck. I'm shooting at a lower angle at that point, which would be down towards the ground versus up into the air.
True.
And worst case scenario, I'm gonna be covered as well too. So worst case scenario, bam, one in the ground, boom, I'm up again with a hollow point. You see what I'm saying?
I see the theory behind that, but I have to look at it realistically. Now I know you're either current or prior military.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you have any combat experience.
No, not really.
Okay, so this is the way I look at it. I have not been in a firefight.
Mm-hmm.
I have been shot, but I didn't know it at the time. So it wasn't, you know, one of those things where I was pulling the gun. I didn't have a gun at that time. That was back in my stupid days. I'm a firm believer that until you're actually in that situation, you don't know what the hell you're going to do.
Right.
You know,
even people with the experience still don't know because every situation is different.
Exactly. And when
right.
when it becomes real, that's when, you know, I'm a firm believer in muscle memory.
Right.
I mean, the more you practice, obviously, the better you're going to do. But
definitely. You're
still going to be freaked out.
Right.
And that's why I completely disagree. And, you know, I love you, bro, but I you know, we can agree to disagree, whichever.
Yeah.
I would rather just have all hollow points. What do you need that full metal jacket for, unless you're in a situation where you're trying to shoot through car doors or something like that, in which for home defense,
California, where you have the most of your walls have you know, the cement plasto stuff on the other side. So if I shoot him, in my situation, if I shoot him and then he ducks down behind outside of my door on my patio area, my hollow point's not going through that wall, and if it is, it's probably not going to hit him.
And unfortunately, being in California, if you shoot through a wall and hit him, you're probably still going to go to jail, because at that point, they're going to say that you are not in... Oh, hold on a second, guys. Sorry. Old Pete from Alaska's trying to call. In California, and possibly anywhere else, the fact that he's behind a wall, they could try and twist that now it's not a threat. You know?
I'm willing to put up with that later. You know, I'm willing, as long as my wife's okay, you know, my family's okay in that situation. You know, I hate to say that, but I'm willing to go to jail knowing that I did it for protecting my family, you know?
I agree with you there. But I would rather have the hollow points. Hopefully I have the state of mind to control myself to wait until I get a sight picture. Because I may have already hit the guy, and he curled down behind the wall. And now forensics is going to come in and see that I just kept blasting away. I mean, that's a touchy subject, and we could you know, debate this all day long.
Yeah, you can what if that situation.
Yeah.
In the end, it's about whatever you're comfortable with. You know, realistically, it's whatever makes you feel safe. Whatever you can go to bed and sleep at night. You know.
Yeah.
That's what we do this for, you know. It's to bring up different ideas, and if you like this idea, then do it, and if not, then, you know,
absolutely,
there's other ideas, you know.
Absolutely, and you know, I'm not going to say what the video is coming up, but I'm going to be making a video on shotguns and theories behind it and shit like that here fairly soon. But I thought your video on the shotgun was very informative for a newbie, and. You know, that's who it was made for, and that's good.
Yeah.
But even somebody like me, who you know, whether I've, you know, got the trophies I've got or what, I still do not consider myself an expert by any means on firearms. I will say that, you know, it just takes practice and just get that muscle memory down.
Yeah, definitely.
But, so... Let's move on to something else. So you're married, right?
Yep.
Right on.
3 years.
How many?
3.
Right on. I'm coming up on 1 in April. But let's see. I had a few ideas on your videos, but I really don't like talking about videos because I'd rather everybody go back and check out your videos. You know. What do you like to do on your off time? The weekend's coming up. What are you doing this weekend?
I got a softball tournament this weekend. You know, just a men's softball league. So I got the ice pack here. You know, take care of the shoulder. Right on. Yeah, I play softball. I like to go fishing. You know, shoot guns.
Obviously.
Normal prepping stuff. Pretty much normal outdoor recreational stuff that we do. Everybody does, you know, camping, hiking.
Right on. I spent a lot of time out in San Diego. I used to work from Tucson. This was back when I ran retail, and I was the state area manager or whatever you call it for a convenience store out here. But I had an office down in San Diego off of Balboa.
Yeah, that's where I live.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, off of Balboa, right off of Balboa.
Off of, what highway is it? Well, never mind, we don't need to give your exact address.
No, it's fine. It's 805, right off the 805, you go west. Come off the 805, go west.
Well, then you've seen the Jack in the Box corporate office?
Yeah, okay, that's on the right, down there by,
that's
Miramar and all that.
That's where my office was. I stayed in that Marriott. We're getting off subject here. This has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
But we're associating. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
So where do you see your YouTube channel in, say, a year?
You know, I'm trying to get more into, the actual, like like, I feel like last year I was more into, like, a bunch of theory, you know, a bunch of SHTF theory and stuff like that. I really wasn't comfortable until probably a couple months ago, really exposing myself, you know, showing guns and you know, what I'm doing here, what I'm doing there, because I kind of felt like that my neighbors might, you know, find out, or
Right.
you know, and you know, some of my neighbors, you know, they're not of the mindset. I'm in California, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My neighbors are in California. It's really hard to find. You know,
Yeah.
I love my neighbors, but just some of them are just like, you know, hey,
Right.
what do you guys think about what's going on? What do you mean what's going on? Monday Night Football's on tonight. Okay. No, Japan just got hit with a tsunami, bro. Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that's Japan. How's that affect me?
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah, I hear it. Well, brother, for some reason, this camera is showing red, but it's still recording, apparently. I hope so, because I don't want to have to do this a third time.
All right.
But if we do have to, we will, because
That's fine.
you've got a lot of great ideas. You got a lot of great information. How many subs you got right now? A ballpark?
600, roughly.
All right.
Approximately 6.
That's a respectable number, but I gotta say, man, to you guys, this guy seriously has got some good information. He's got a good head on his shoulders, and I know it's an ugly head, but he's got a, you know, it ain't nothing like this. Obviously, he's an old guy. How old are you?
26.
You just a young buck, man.
Yep.
God, Coke Man made me feel old. Now you're making me feel older.
Hey, you know, I wish there was a lot more people around my age that was doing this. You know, I'm trying to get a lot of people, especially in my work, you know, with military experience. I mean, there's a lot of us that haven't seen combat, but we have that training of clearing rooms and
Oh, yeah.
moving around with weapons and stuff. And a lot of them are just like, you know, sure, if something happens, I'll come to your house because I know you're prepared. You know, I've exposed myself to them, and you know, I keep telling them that's not why I do this. You know,
yeah.
that's not why I do this. So,
Yeah, and I hope nobody took me wrong earlier when I said, "Have you seen combat?" Because you know, if you've seen combat, I only put that or said that in the context that those are guys that have actually had guns pointed at them, being shot at, and have felt that fear, that adrenaline, that thing that 99% of us haven't felt.
right.
And they're the ones that know how they reacted and can reflect back to how they reacted to that. To everybody else that thinks, no matter how much you train, I'm a firm believer, you may train every day of the week shooting, doing all these scenarios, but came down to it, you might be the first one to grab an old woman and pull her in front of you.
Yeah.
You don't know until you're in the situation.
With adrenaline and people shooting back, it's
it's a different thing. It's a different thing. It's just that's the way the brain works. Anyways, man, the one drink rule.
Okay.
The only exception I've made so far is to Misty because we all respect Misty.
Yep. That's understandable. That was a bomb interview.
Not that we don't respect you, but I've also got Blog TV coming up, and I might already be late for it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But brother, thank you,
Thank you.
hope to can't wait for Prepper Stock and shake your hand, brother.
Definitely.
All right, take it easy, man. All right, guys, that was Oprah, as I call him, or MegaWinfrey. Something I actually forgot to talk to him about is he's doing some reviews on some freeze-dried food. When I edit this, I'll put a link to not only his channel, but to the products that he's reviewing. He's not making any money off of it. They sent him a small package to review, and he's got a discount code on there to where you can get 12% off. He's giving honest reviews on them, and I dig them. And I think that's a good thing. I seriously think that's a good thing. And any company that we made it just in time, my memory card just said it's full on this one. He's still on there watching me, so at least he's not like Ironhead still back there trying to make me laugh. Go check him out. This guy has got a lot of good information. He has a lot of experiences, some skills that we could all learn from. So go check him out, y'all. Shameless plug, of course. If you want to screw over Google, go through lowbuckprepper.com to buy anything from Amazon, because then they got to throw me a little bit of their money. And it doesn't cost you anything else. Y'all take it easy, and we'll talk to you later.